Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of Mambaflex, my build right here, and we also got our buddy Joe that's going to be helping out today.
Hello everyone.
And yeah, so we got a lot of things going on for the Mambaflex, and we're just going to give you a walkthrough of everything that we have, so stay tuned.
Alright Jose, you got a lot going on here on Mambaflex. Walk us through what you got in the front.
So on the front we have a SMITTYBILT XRC bumper Gen 2. They also have this for the JK, so this is a mid stubby bumper from SMITTYBILT. And yeah, so far it's been good. Maybe later on we'll be switching, but for right now this is a great bumper.
So what do you got for winch?
For the winch we have a Warn VR10S. It's been used maybe about a good handful, not that many times actually, but it's been good. Synthetic rope. And we have here the FALCON that comes with it, the Warn as well. And to match it, we have the Factor 55 E-Link with the rope guard. And yeah, that's what we have for winch.
You got some nice D-rings. Who makes those?
So these D-rings are from Gear America, and they're really beefy, really great. So far they just look great. They pop with the red, and yeah, you're pointing it out right now. I like
that the lock on them.
Exactly, they have a little lock, so it's kind of like a little anti-theft thing that not everybody would just come here and just take them off. But
yeah, also you don't lose them on the trails, because
exactly.
I've lost like 3-4 of these before on the trails, you know, just from vibrating.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good feature.
And actually, talking about vibrating, these actually don't really move a lot. You can actually put more little rubber little things that they have right here on the side to make them more stiff, or you know, if you want them really loose, you know, you could do that as well. But so far these have been great to me, and they look good, and they're beefy. They're really beefy.
They definitely look good. All right, what do you got for headlights?
So for headlights we have the JW Evo. These are actually for a JK, but they also build a bracket for the JLs. Been having these actually since it was probably my second upgrade. So these JW speaker headlights are great. I love them. They even have a Bluetooth feature where you can actually, you know, go off-road mode. You could do party mode, and actually yeah, it has like a couple modes there, but so far they've been great. And yeah, those are the JW speakers.
So those are the 7-inch, right? Not 9-inch.
Yes, correct.
The 7-inch use the bracket?
They use a bracket because these only are for your JKs, but they do have the bracket for the JLs for the 9-inch.
Sounds good. And I see you got some KCs up there.
Yeah, so these KCs are actually the Flex Era Combo. These are great. I love them. When they first came out, I just had to get them. So they have different covers. I have the amber cover for, you know, dust and all that, and then also a clear cover as well. And this is a custom sticker right here from Pixie Decal. And yeah, I love these Flex Era 4s combo. I plan maybe in the future getting some spots for the front. But these light up everything on the side. I love them. They're great. And yeah, these are the KC Flex Era 4s.
Right on. And I see another light hidden behind the windshield.
Yes.
Who makes that one?
So that light, and you can't see it from here, I'm not sure, but we'll turn it on for you guys. That's actually the QUADRATEC Stealth bar. It goes in the inside of the Jeep. And instead of having, you know, a light bar that goes on the outside, you get a lot of flutter noise. You get a lot of, you know, just a lot of noise with those old school bar, you know, type of light bars. These are actually great because they go in the inside, easy install. They have an amber color, and they also have a white color.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, I've seen the amber there.
Yeah, the amber's really nice. And also they have a switch inside, so it doesn't go through your switch panel or nothing like that. Actually, it's a built-in switch. You go from amber to white, and yeah, it's kind of like out of the way, so you really can't tell it, you know, tell from, you know, where you're at that it's actually a light bar. So that's the Stealth QUADRATEC light.
All right, now let's move to the side, talk a little bit more about suspension, axles, tires, wheels. So I see you got some narrow fenders. Who makes these fenders?
So these fenders are from KBD Body Kits. They're a local company here in California. I think they're actually in SoCal, I believe in the Anaheim area. And they make these nice, they're not steel or aluminum or nothing like that. They're actually like a special rubber that actually flexes, you know, pretty good. I like the look of it. It's very narrow, and so far I love the light in the front. They updated the light recently, but it's a great fender. You know, I love it, and it's, you know, a perfect size, I believe, for the Jeep right here. So
that's nice. Yeah, they definitely look good. And I see some inner fenders with that the Mamba logo on
yeah, so the inner fenders are from KRUSHER. They are custom, so I have the, you know, the Mamba, you know, snake, little custom, you know,
that's
little,
super cool.
Yeah, it's something that I kind of wanted. I wasn't sure at first, but when I saw it, I fell in love with it. And as you could tell, you know, they take a beating, you know, and they're great. So far I haven't had any issues. Yeah, they're great inner fenders. Those are from KRUSHER.
That's awesome. And I see you guys, let's talk a little bit about the suspension, steering. Let's start with, I see some ROCKJOCK, the ANTIROCK.
Yeah, so that's the forged anti-rocks from, you know, ROCKJOCK. As you can see, you know, I'm wearing their hoodie. So great company here in SoCal, great people out there, great family actually. And yeah, I have their anti-rocks. I've been running them for almost a year now actually, and I'm in love with them so far. You know, being out there, you know, off-roading and you know, hitting the trails and even the body roll, which I was kind of like scared at first. They're great. So I love these anti-rocks. The ride is great on road and off road, so I love them.
Yeah, good thing you don't have to get out and disconnect or anything.
Exactly.
You just get right on the trails.
Exactly.
Get
That
off
was,
the trails,
yeah, that was an issue before with disconnecting, and you know, these are just, once you hit the road, you know, you can start, you know, flexing out. You don't have to get off the vehicle and disconnect. So these are great anti-rocks.
Awesome. And suspension, who makes this lift kit?
So the lift kit is a 3.5 TERAFLEX with the FALCON shocks. It's the SP2. It has a little reservoir on the side, and it's also adjustable. It has 3 settings for them. And yeah, I've been running these now for 2 years.
You got their arms too, yeah?
Yeah, so right now I only have
arms.
the short arms, only in the front, lower control arms. We're still trying to figure out what to do with all 8. But yeah, so far I have the TERAFLEX kit, which has been great for me. So yeah, love it.
Nice. So what you got for steering track bar? I see some beefy stuff in there.
So
Who makes
for
that?
So for the steering, which I love my steering, it was like day and night when I actually upgraded my steering.
Mm-hmm.
It's the STEERSMARTS tie rod, drag link, track bar, and on the other side, you guys can see, just recently installed it, is the sector shaft. It's great product, you know, American made, beefy. The tie rod is actually aluminum. So it's great. I've actually, on the old setup that I had, the aluminum tie rod actually took a really good hit at Holcomb, which you were there.
Yep.
And
I remember that
they
one.
actually take a beating. They are solid. The ride is
aluminum,
good.
you know, bends and then goes back down. That's
Exactly.
cool.
So I love the steering, and yeah, I can't say anything enough about the SteerSmart.
And I know recently you swapped to different axles, and these are much beefier than because I know this one came with Dana 30, Dana 35 first, and then you swapped to the Rubicon axles, right? Dana 44s.
Yes. So as you guys know, this is not a Rubicon. This is plain Sport Unlimited, and they came with, you know, stock Sport Dana 30 axles, and I upgraded to the Dana 44 Rubicon axles, and these are geared at 488. They have the TRUSS kit, from ARTEC, which is great.
Nice.
I love it. You know, great extra protection there. And also, you guys will see that we have, you know, the REID knuckles that are upgraded. We have RCVs and the DYNATRAC ball joints as well. So
Nice.
it's
Pretty much fully built Dana 44.
pretty much a fully built
Truss,
Dana 40.
gears, RCVs, and knuckles and ball joints. So that's awesome. Now let's talk a little bit about the beef. These are Nittos. What size?
So these Nittos are 38s. They're not 40s. They're 38s. Recently got them almost like about a month ago, right before KOH. And yeah, these are the trail grapplers, 38s, Nittos. Definitely a big difference, you know, coming from the all-terrain that I had before to now the Nitto trail grapplers. So far, they were really good for me at Moab. And yeah, just the way they grip, they're great. I love them.
I like they make them in 1350 too, so it's not 1250, it's 1350. So
it's a little bit wider. Yeah,
1350.
1350. It's a great tire. So yeah.
And what wheels you got there?
So the wheels are the KMC KM 235s. They're the Grenade Crawls, and they're full BEADLOCKS. And yeah, they're the black, satin black with the machine ring. Yeah, they're BEADLOCKS, and so far in Moab, took them down to probably 5 psi, the lowest.
Nice.
And yeah, they were great. I mean, I also have a the Apex design valve that actually inflates and deflates like in 10 seconds.
Quick.
It's
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
He was surprised when he saw
Yeah, I was shocked the first time I saw how fast these things will deflate. It was like I couldn't believe it. Like literally, you push there's like a little. It's not like you unscrew the whole thing. It's pretty much all built in, so you don't have to use any other like deflator, quick deflator, anything on that. It has like a little knob. You just push it up, and you take the cap off. That thing go down to like from 30 to what? Like we went down to like 10 or something below that. And
I think it was like 10
10,
psi.
15 seconds, like
15
super
seconds.
quick. Yeah,
Super quick.
Super quick.
Yeah.
That's, so I see you got some beefy rock sliders there. Who makes those, buddy?
So these are from Icon Suspension. These are welded rock sliders. Yeah, they're welded to the body. They actually have a bolt-on as well. I went welded because I just wanted something more sturdy. Just knowing the type of wheeling that I'll be doing, I just want something more firm, and these were perfect. When I saw them, I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and get these. And we also went with the body armor from Icon as well to match. So yeah, and they're also local here, American made, locally here in SoCal. And I love them. Yeah,
they look awesome, dude. I
Yeah.
really like the look and the way they stick out up here.
Yeah,
they give you a lot of protection. Also, you can step on it if you're gonna get on top. If you have like a rooftop tent or something, that's a great upgrade. All right, now let's move to the back and see what you got going on there. All right, Jose, what do you got going on back here? Bumper. Who makes this?
So the rear bumper is actually from QUADRATEC. It's a full width bumper. Has nice little towing areas right here to pull. Also the same thing, the Gear America D-rings, which are beefy as well. But yeah, this is the QUADRATEC rear bumper.
Nice, that's awesome, man. And I see you got some tire delete, and this one, it's not. Is that the stock one?
No, actually,
tire carrier.
No, so the tire delete is from ARTEC. This is their tire delete, which reuses the brake light. It has the camera as well, and the tire carrier is actually from Rugged Rich.
Nice.
It was part of my old setup when I had my spare tire. But yeah, it's a Rugged Ridge. I kept it on because I kind of like the rugged kind of look. I was kind of like in between of maybe putting the original hinges, door hinges, but I don't know.
I like it like that.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Breaks off the white a little bit.
Yeah, and then it has a little holder here for my flag mount. So
nice.
it's a nice little tire delete. It's something different, and I love it.
It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I like it. And I'm assuming you got the Dana 44 in the back too, right?
Yeah.
The Rubicon.
Yeah, Dana 44 as well. It's truss, chromoly axle shafts in the back.
Nice.
And soon, hopefully, maybe even in the next couple days, the STEERSMARTS track bar, that's gonna go under as well. So yeah, it's pretty solid. Axle, love it. So far, it's been good to me.
That's awesome. All right, let's take a look at the inside now.
Yeah.
I think we covered all the outside of the Jeep. Let's see what you got going on the interior.
Definitely.
All right. All right, Jose. So what you got going on for interior modifications?
For the interior, I pretty much kept it simple as of now. I have a 67 design rail mount for my phone, for my GoPro camera. I have a Jeep unique little mount for my radios, for my rugged radios that I have here, which is a dual. So I have my 2 rugged radios and my actual mic as well. I have the QUADRATEC floor mats and the dead pedal from QUADRATEC, which actually is it's been a huge upgrade. It's a small little upgrade, but it's been huge just to rest your foot right there.
Yeah, especially on long road trips.
Long road trips. So the dead pedal is great. I have the Poison Spider grab handles. These are beefy. These are great, man. Like when you're like somewhere where you have to hop and you put your weight on this. Yeah. These are great. Little KC, little flashlight, pocket knife. And also another interior upgrade that I did was the PRP seat covers, which are really nice. I had cloth, as you guys know, this is a sport, so the cloth would get dirty, especially on road trips where there's a lot of dust, like at Johnson Valley and stuff like that, and you take your roof off and everything like that. These are just clean, easy to clean.
It's hard to clean the cloth, I know when it's like my Jeep, it's after like a Johnson Valley trip, it's just like a mess. So
yeah, so having kind of like vinyl leather seats, just to kind of take a rag and just kind of like cloth and just clean it, it's a lot easier.
That's awesome. And what are you controlling the accessories, like your light with?
So at the moment I have a LASFIT auxiliary switch, which looks pretty stock like the Rubicon ones. I control my lockers, I control my lights, I control my rock lights, and yeah, so far this has worked, but I have ran into some issues where I'm not having enough. So I might upgrade to a different system later on, just to have a little bit more options. And also my wiring's a little bit kind of like a mess, and I kind of want to clean up the wiring as well. So definitely will be probably looking to upgrade that as well. But as of now, I have a stockish look, switch.
Looks clean.
Yeah,
it looks clean. Yeah, no, the whole interior, I like it. It's very clean, simple, but you got the important stuff you need are there. You got anything going on in the trunk? You got your tool. I know you got a lot of tools. So,
so actually the rear, then we can go to the trunk. On the rear, I actually have a nice little upgrade from Thin Skins. They're like these covers that you put on the doors.
Yep.
They're great. They are made for when you go and put your overlanding gear, or if you have dogs.
Yeah, let's take a look at them.
Like that. Yeah, they're great.
Let's take a look at them.
So these are the Thin Skins cover. For the JLs, I believe they'll be coming out with the JKs, or they probably already did, but these are great for when you're going overlanding and you're actually putting gear in the back of the seat. You have tools or whatever it is in the back, and it's banging on your original door panel. And if you look at it, as you can tell, I have a couple dings right here from the original. Before I even had these, banging on my door, getting a lot of scuffs. So this actually will protect it. They're easy to take off, clean it, whatever you need to do, and then just slap them back on. It's easy. And yeah, you have it nice and sturdy. It's actually a good material. You can scratch it, and yeah, these are the Thin Skins door panels for the back covers, and they're great.
All right, Jose, I see you got a lot of tools back here, which is great to have on the trails, and I see a couple other things. Tell us what you got back here.
So I have pretty much all my tools, you know, like impact gun, wrenches, anything that I pretty much have, you know, built from the start within the last 2 years. I have a lot of tools there. I have my compressor. This is more of a backup because I also have my power tank. That's a 10-pound power tank. I love it. Super fast, especially with these 38s. It inflates the tires really quick. So I love my power tank. I also have this worn goodie bag that has a lot of my recovery straps. I have some camping stuff, you know, some beanies, you know, things that you might need, you know, if you ever get stuck out there and you just need some, you know, whatever things that you might need, you know, when you're out there. And also some bolts, extra bolts. You can never go wrong with extra bolts, you know, nuts and bolts and all that stuff that comes off of when you're taking parts. You come up with extra parts, so it's always great to keep those because you never know when you might need them, or if somebody else needs them as well. So I have that. I have a Icon survival gear, and it's a first aid kit. They're local. So I pretty much won that on a giveaway, but that's a great little first aid kit. Has a little pouch and everything you need for a first aid kit. Also have a flashlight. I forgot the name of that company, but it's a nice flashlight. Great, you know, when you're, you know, under the Jeep at night or whatever. We also have soft shackles from Rhino. We have a tire repair kit, just in case, because now I am not running a spare tire, so I pretty much went with a tire repair kit just in case. You never know when something like that might happen. So I have that, and there's a bunch of other little goodies back there. Also, I think that I love this little upgrade. It's not huge, it's not a big deal, but I switched from a fire extinguisher to the fire element. It's I believe it's Italian product, but it's actually great. I think it lasts about 60 seconds compared to like a fire extinguisher.
It's a lot smaller too.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller. It's like really small, and it can fit in your glove compartment. You can have it anywhere around the Jeep. You know, it's small enough to pack anywhere. But I came across an incident one day where I used my fire extinguisher and it only lasted maybe 15 seconds, and the car that was on fire just engulfed. I couldn't help. There was a bunch of people with actually the same type of extinguishers, and those things don't last long. Also, if you use that in your engine, you can pretty much damage a lot of electrical stuff. So this right here, the element, is supposed to be like a compound, like a soft, smoky, I don't know, it's an element, you know, and it pretty much puts out the fire really quick, and it lasts a lot longer. So if something's really on fire, that right there takes, you know,
I've never seen them before.
Job.
Yeah,
no, those are great.
And I see here you got a tailgate table, right?
Yeah, so right here I have this is a rough country tailgate. This is, you know, a simple install that I did, and yeah, you can see that it pretty much folds down. You have, you know, nice little table. I don't do too crazy of overland, you know, at the moment, but this is great when you're having lunch out there in the trails. You know, you're doing your sandwiches, your chips, whatever. It has 2 for your drinks, and it doesn't rattle, which this is great, you know, because I was afraid that this thing was going to be rattling a lot in the back, but no, it's great. And of course, you see all the stickers from all the vendors, all the parts that I support, companies I support. Some of you guys, pretty much, I have right here stickers. So yeah, this is my tailgate with a lot of the stickers from companies that I support, companies that are on the Jeep. Yeah, and that's my tailgate.
Jose, I know you mentioned about your drive shafts. So which brand did you go with?
So for the drive shafts, we went with a Adams drive shaft, nice. 1350.
Front and rear?
50, yeah, front and rear. They're great. Definitely with the bigger tires and the axles, it was a must, you know, upgrade. The stock ones that I had pretty much shattered it. So yeah, definitely these.
I know.
So these.
I swapped 5 of those.
Yeah. So these Adam drive shafts, 1350, are great. They're beefy.
Nice.
Definitely, you know, a must if you're gonna be going bigger tires, bigger axles, and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, and then also in the rear, I have a AFE exhaust. It's a delete, so it's pretty much a high tuck instead of, you know, the muffler that was sitting, the stock one, or the, you know, one that I had before, which I pretty much beat it up, pretty much closed 2 gaps of the exhaust tips down in Moab in Arizona. So definitely having the high tuck exhaust is great, because you know, you could crawl
kind of out of the way
from rocks and stuff like that. It's, you know, so far I haven't even touched
sounds
it.
a lot better too,
and it sounds a lot better.
Good.
Sounds louder, sounds deep, and yeah, so I love the exhaust.
Nice, that's awesome. All right, so we pretty much talked about everything on the Jeep. Looks amazing. I love the build.
Thank you.
And so what do you got coming for this Jeep? Like, what do you have the future plans for it?
So future modifications that I'm planning are probably changing, like I said, mentioned before, maybe the front bumper to more clearance, more stubby look. So that's probably an upgrade that's down the line, and also maybe, you know, some control arms. So that will also be up there, you know, with some future mods that I'm planning.
Right on. And so what's the favorite mod so far?
Man, so at first it was, you know, the steering, you know, it was great, but after the last couple months and after our last, you know, trail, I have to say these wheels and tires. I mean, it was, you know, just hitting trails, it was just a little bit, you know, a lot of ease, but at the same time, you know, just the way these things perform are great. So love my wheels and tires. The Nitto toe grapplers are great with the combo of the KMCs. I think it's just one of my favorites so far. It gives it a huge look on the Jeep, and it just changes it. So love it.
It looks awesome. I love Nittos. I mean, everyone that knows me knows how much I love Nittos. So yeah, I've been seeing you hitting a lot of trails. You went to Arizona, you went to Utah, you've been wheeling down here in Southern California. What's your favorite trail so far?
So far, I want to say that, you know, being in Moab is a little bit, you know, of a different animal. You know, it's just different. The red rock, the way you just crawl through everything. I want to say probably Poison Spider. In the snow was, you know, interesting, you know, especially this last trip. And then also our actual prior trip to that was Elephant Hill in Moab, which was great. I mean, the water crossings and just the views were amazing. So far I gotta say at least Poison Spider and Elephant Hill are 2 top favorite trails that I have, you know, in my books.
Yeah, the scenery out there is definitely something else. It's beautiful.
So guys, that was pretty much the Mambaflex walkthrough. It's been a great, you know, 2 years of building this beast, and yeah, I want to thank you guys to, you know, for everyone that supported us on Instagram, now on YouTube. We're our new channel, Trailmade. I just want to thank everybody for the support and all the love that we're getting. This is just the start of what we're doing. It's going to be a little bit of walkthroughs, trails, installs. We have a lot of big plans for the channel. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for, you know, all the love and support once again, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Mamba out. Hey guys!